Okay, to continue with the conversation that I'm having with a member. So then when I finish with the diamonds, whatever it is, whatever I have in my collection, I go as far as I can. I work with what I have to get the best results I have. I've been fortunate that I have a full collection. Not everybody has this stepwise incremental collection. So I use all the hard plated diamonds first. They go as high as 3,000 grit. Then I start on my lapping films. And I use the lapping film, I try to overlap them, try to start with a grit on the lapping film that is more coarse than the finest diamond stone I use. That more coarseness of that diamond stone helps to obliterate the scratch pattern left by the different medium. Even though it's diamond on a plated solid medium, and the scratch pattern it imparts, even though we looked at Clay's Wicked Edges pictures, they look the same, but if you were to use the stone on the steel, you would see the difference. So when you use the lapping, because of the conversation we had with the substrate and the pressure, you see that you're taking off the top. It's not scratching down like the plated diamond stones are. Even though it's the same particle size, it doesn't work exactly the same way, but it continues to improve your outcome and smooth it, which is what you want. So I step back a little more coarse, like if I had a 2200, let me see, the 3000 is the finest, I don't know, 9 micron, 6 micron. I'd have to look at it. I was talking about it yesterday. I have to, that's why I marked everything so I could see it. But it's not a hard and fast rule. You start on it. This goes to what another gentleman had questioned me about. I do the overlap because I don't know how they don't fit one tight after the other because the mediums are different, because the substrates are different. Even though the particle size, the abrasive sizes are the same and they're both diamonds, they just behave differently. So I've learned to do that overlap. If you try to do them, I believe if you try to do them one grit, then the next grit, then the next grit, it's harder to get the final results than it is if you put in that overlap. That overlap helps to smooth it down. So then you start a little more coarse with the lapping films and you go as far as you choose to go according to your budget, your wallet, your desire to do it. And those are all up and off. We discussed that. It's a edge trailing stropping stroke with the films. And let me see where I'm going to go. You go as far as you can go, and then I go to the strops. And the strops, again, we're going to use a diamond stropping compound, whether it be paste or emulsion or whatever we use. I want to choose the size that's more coarse than the finest lapping film to have that overlap, even with the strop. So whatever I went with, the finest grit that I went with the lapping films, I want to start higher. Now strops, because it is a whole different animal unto itself, that overlap doesn't matter. There's an overlap and it's going to be a big overlap because the strops are a burnishing. They're different. Yes, there can be a big particle in there that will scratch if you start really coarse with your leather strops. They can scratch, but we're using it experiential. you have to practice to know how much applied pressure and the scratches and the smoothness. It all comes by looking at it, being subjective, and judging it. It has taken me hours upon hours looking at it, doing a knife, ruining it, taking it back 6 or 8 grits, reprofiling it, starting again and coming through again and again and again to compare what I did to decide how I want to go through it. So it takes a lot of time to get it so that you learn the cause and effect. That's what it's all about, is the cause and effect. And the only way I could learn it was to do it and do it till I saw a problem, and then the next time do it differently, so as not to get to that point. You're shaking the camera. Not to get to that point that I have that failure. Let me stop here.